So everyone, Yuki left an email and said why you did not address the fact that he abandoned you. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't address that. But so ladies and gentlemen, to continue on with my life update, so got a quick email from Yuki. I knew she was watching, but I also got an email from not an email, message. Like, oh, you finally went live. Like, after 10 days of absence or some, whatever. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, recently I had a supporter that just basically disowned me for the wrong reasons. But that's okay, because we don't need his help anymore. And obviously, I'm not trying to disrespect him, and I wasn't trying to go over the chain with the video, Yuki. But I get what you're trying to say. Like, he basically abandoned you because you wanted to prove that not only you were right, but he was wrong for even not understanding the situation before making that statement in the email, which we still want to know. Like, why would you make a statement in all caps and say, like, this is the last straw? So, ladies and gentlemen, when people do that, supporters, or someone that you think you open up to this person, you open up to your audience, you tell your audience what they want to hear about yourself, right? And this person is aware that this channel has been transparent since day one, even before he came along. This channel has been transparent about everything, even showing you personal tax records. And this is where we want to know, Yuki and I, basically. We want to know, like, what's the difference of me sharing email or the fact that this person did something in the video and I wanted to address it. It's the same thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, his email was formal and, I guess, neutral, but doesn't explain or say basically that he apologized for his own professionalism, that you should have just stayed out in our business and let us deal with it. But to involve yourself and say now you don't want to support because you think I berated someone. And this is where I need to address the berating part. You use that word threateningly in your email. See? And this is where I have to say that it should be me disowning him. Am I right, everyone? Me cutting all ties to him by using that word, because I don't berate my audience. Do you understand what the word berating is? I'm not doing a Logan Paul with an NFT. I'm not forcing you physically in one-on-one in private, not physically forcing you to sign a document and mind you, sign this over to me. That's berating someone when you forcefully and you push someone to do something they don't want to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, did I do any such thing? And this is why Yuki and I wanted to make a statement about that. When someone used that word towards me, and mind you, this is not the first time someone used that word. Alex Henke, the 3-time convicted, was saying that word. So we went to put him in his place, knowing that if you're going to use that word, you better have a lawyer. You better have good reason why you're using that word, like on my channel, but about me. I never berated anyone in my fucking entire life. The only people that berated me in my life was the people that used me and Yuki for money, or for what we did at the fucking hostels during the pandemic, housing people. Hey man, let me explain a situation. I gave one guy rent at the North Portland hostel, right? Because he had no money, no job, he wasn't even getting unemployment, right? I paid his first week, right? Because we did a party, everyone's having fun, but everyone is separated, right? Everyone's keeping not 6, but 8 to 10 feet distance, right? Everyone has masks. We outside in the backyard. It's called the secret garden. I'm having a pizza party and everything. This guy comes up to me and says, "Mind you, say thank you, Panda," and then he's later on pushes like hey man, I'm probably not going to have any money to go pay for this. I was wondering if you can help me do this. Mind you, help me do what? And that is pay for another week's worth of hostel fees, right? And he kept pushing it. He kept pushing it. Every time I came in, hey man, you're going to help me come to the front desk and help me pay, see how much I can get a discount? Mind you, trying to force me into doing something that I don't want to do. I did it because, mind you, you all told me your stories, and I believe every last one of you, right? I'm just giving you guys a little narrative story. But 2 of those out of 5 people betrayed me. That was that, mind you, keep this in mind, it was the Alex guy and the, what's her face? The blonde blue-eyed girl. She stole $1,500 from me, everybody, while staying at the hostel. I did nice things to them and nice favors for them, and this is what they do. Steal, betray, stuff like that. But back to this situation. This is not berating someone. I'm not forcing you to do anything, sir. I'm not forcing Mr. Collins to do anything. I'm explaining a story and you saying I'm berating. No. Make sure you use that word correctly, because a lot of you, ladies and gentlemen, did you know I'm not very fluent in the other languages that I speak, but I'm an advanced user when it comes down to understanding and reading in other languages. This is why Japanese residents in this city of New York, they ask me one question: why is your phone in Japanese? I say, Nihonka desu ka? No. Oh, you speak Japanese? That's my response. So, it's not common for American to have a phone in another language. I just think, for me, for security purposes, mind you, how many New Yorkers can actually read Japanese? Quite a few, but how many I'm going to actually run into them and they're going to read my phone? I haven't run into anyone that only can speak. They can see the writing and like, is that me? And that's the problem. Just because you speak doesn't mean you can write and read it. And I keep telling people, and I'm going to tell Mr. Principal, I know this for a fact because I had to tell American students when they wanted to visit Japan, when I was in the U.S. program in Vancouver. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to tell these people that you need to understand and read Japanese kanji and hataka. It's important because the farther you go in Japan, the more you're going to be like, what is that character? Kanji comes in place. If everyone knows kanji, you should be learning kanji. Simple as that. You should be learning kanji from the get-go. Simple as that. When it comes down to understanding the Japanese language and its characters. But back to what I'm trying to explain here. What I'm trying to explain here is that why am I being disowned when I'm not the one that actually did any of the berating? The only person that did the berating was you, sir, because you decided to quit on me. You basically was like, if I don't stop sharing my personal experience, you're going to leave. So it's like, oh, so you giving me an ultimatum here right now. You're basically telling me to choose me to not be transparent, right? Or to be transparent and lose a supporter. And I think what it is, like you could say, you're intimidated because I share everything. I don't share everything anymore, but I used to. Because now that I shared all that information, that personal information, look what has happened to me. I've been doxxed. I had to move from one place to another. I had to change phone numbers. I had to do a lot of shit. And you are the one that's saying, I'm the one that is berating. In reality, the internet is berating me. Think about that, Mr. Principal. The internet is berating me. I'm being forced to change my number, living address, change my mailing address. Look what happened. My mail was getting stolen. Come on. The internet is berating me, friend. Not so. Like I said, everyone, I'm not berating anyone. I'm explaining my experience dealing with certain life situations. And that is your definition of you using that word berating. So yes, Yuki, did I explain that very well? Because I hope because she's a moderator. I took all my job. Mind you guys, she is the super moderator. Some of you guys are moderators, like Laura Bryan, Michael Collins. If Michael Collins feel like there's someone in the comments that's being very unethical, he can just go press his phone and he see that he has a flexibility option in the settings. Yes, I enable some things for you, sir. That means in your own YouTube app, if you're watching from your YouTube app, you can literally say, oh, I want to block this person, get this person out of here. I gave you access to that. That's what moderators do. You watch the audience and the nonsense that we have in his comments. Like, literally, the title says New York City, right? But people come in the channel and I'm like, what country is this? What city is this? Wait, you don't see the title before you click? Because I see titles all the time before I click videos. So, what happened there? And this is another issue. People do not want to read. That's another problem that we need to discuss. Because obviously, Mr. Principal, you weren't reading. You weren't taking the point that you only address my issues mostly in your email, but only address half your issues. And the problem of your issue was, sir, is that you jumped in a conversation and did not know how it started. You just assumed. But you want to disown me and cut ties. Cool. But keep this in mind. You are the one berating me. Like I said, the internet is berating me. Am I right or wrong, ladies and gentlemen? So I hope that I got that cleared up, Yuki. And Yuki and I just think I'm pretty sure everyone else would appreciate me speaking on this too, because it doesn't make sense for that person to just give up on you now because you were sharing. Like, what happened that day? I can tell you what happened since the video is private, everybody. Oh, it's not private. It's only for members only. Put it that way. For a certain membership on the YouTube channel. You can't pay for it, you won't see it. So, simple as that. But like I said, everyone, it started like this. I'm at a skate event. Then I see live stream comment later on. Mind you, I'm trying to set up. Not only that, here's the kicker. You guys are going to get a real dose out of this. Okay? That weekend, that Saturday on the 21st, I had to walk from Metropolitan all the way to East New York. Because if you're a New York City resident, you knew the G line was down, the L was fucking stupid down. You had to get off a train, back on the off a train, on a bus, on a train, off a bus. That doesn't makes no sense. And mind you, we got kicked. Mind you, we weren't even kicked off the bus. The guy wouldn't allow me to put my wagon on the bus with the skates, the giveaways, the food donation that Michael Collins paid for. That's why we were able to eat vegetables and yams and carrots. Yeah, the rest, everyone else brought meat substances for everyone. I brought the vegetables because, mind you, you can't be an athlete if you don't eat correctly. So you can indulge in your capital in your eating your meat. I was gonna make a joke, you cannibals, but like I said, everyone, I walked. You know how many miles I walked? 4.6 miles that day, and had to walk it the fuck back. Oh, my panda! Not only I should have got a fucking key to the city, bro, but it was 41,730 36 steps total, everybody. You do the math. How many steps is that? That's a lot. That's a lot of miles, Panda. When you hitting 20 miles a day? Who are you? You're just a guy that's hustling, trying to stay alive in this really corrupt and bad city of New York. Did you see our primary elections? I voted. Look what the city wanted to be mayor. I want to show you these results. Hold on, where are they? No, I deleted the fucking results by accident. Oh man. But I wanted to share something real quick. That, listen, we need representation in New York City right now. What's going on in the city is atrocious. I'm gonna call him out. He's not fit to be a mayor. I don't care what anyone says. No, I don't give a shit about both parties either. I voted because I wanted to make a change. But obviously you guys weren't listening to that change. You wanted a fucking crazy maniac to come in office. Really? We're gonna go back to defunding the police bullshit? That's what he wants to do? He wants to do other dumb shit too? Yeah, okay, man. He thinks rich people should not exist? This is what the city, mostly Brooklyn, voted for this man. Oh my fucking Panda, bro. I voted for Cuomo. I'm just giving everyone all my motherfucking honest opinion. Yeah, I voted for the dickhead, Cuomo. Yeah, I called him a dickhead, and I voted for him because he is a fucking dickhead. I don't think he needs to be on that fucking pole, but you know what? Oh, my Panda. Hard decisions in New York City. So, like I was saying to the principal, I have to make hard decisions every fucking day. Like I said, the internet is berating me. But you're not saying anything about that. You're not speaking up on my behalf when someone comes into my videos and it causes disruptions, interruptions, and say all these fucked up things in the comments, but I gave you access to that ability. See? This is where we need to talk. You do one thing, but you don't do another. If the same principle is, if the same behavior is being used in multiple forms of aggression, even on this channel, isn't it fair to do the exact same thing? You don't treat another situation differently if it's in the same category. Berating someone. The internet is berating me, friend. And this is where I already talked to Michael Collins about this, and Alicia and Yuki and everyone else that responded to the video. This is why I put it on private, because it's Mr. Principal. The comments, if you read them, they're really not that positive towards you, sir. This is why I put it on private or membership. So no one can read it, because if I purposely, if I leave it there, you're going to say, oh, now you're berating me because you left these comments up there. Mind you, this has happened before, ladies and gentlemen. This has happened before. Like, wait, so I was supposed to delete the comment, and like it never happened. I was supposed to delete someone else's right to speak. Oh, okay, you want me to violate their First Amendment right? Oh, I don't do that. Sorry. That's why I just left it on membership, private. If people pay for that membership, they get to see, and they can judge you based on, they have the right, they paid for it. They wanted to see the content. Mind you. But is it private if it's paid? Yeah, because I got no paid members. I got one paid member. And I'm pretty sure she's just like, this is sickening. Yeah, it's a she. This is sickening. Like, you're the one being judged. And you're the one that are being disowned. But no one realizes that I'm the one being berated the whole entire time these last 2 years on this YouTube channel. Even with the emails, with the threatening emails, like this email. Check this email out. I hope this rocks your boat. Same douchebag, same old cry. Blah, blah, blah. Cry, cry, cry. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm sharing his email. So go email him. Tell him how much he's a dickhead and obviously a douchebag. See, let me explain something. First and foremost, it's not my business to interfere in Starbucks' financial problems when it comes down to theft of their own establishment. I'm not security. But I did stop the same person multiple times in the past. But I was told by the district manager and Val to not interfere, Panda. Just let him do it so we can just do the right thing. Record everything, the date and time, how much he has taken, and rack up a fucking a rap sheet on him. He has stolen over $1,200. But they want him to steal more. So let him steal more. Because when Starbucks is finally going to sit undercover cops in Starbucks one day, he's going to walk in, he's going to like, did you guys see the footage? Let me show you this footage. Wait, do I still have it? I don't think I do. I like transferring my files right away to my SSD. Yeah, I removed it to the SSD. It's on my SSD. So I'm not even going to bother. But basically this guy walks in. So the complaint is, look at the complaint. The complaint is that, what is it? I'm a bitch, I'm scared, I'm only pick on below you. Wait, read his sentence. You only pick on below you. Does that make any sense? Listen to that grammar, listen to that sentence. You only pick on below you. Does that sound correct, everyone? Grammar-wise, sentence-wise? Does that sound like someone that understands English or knows how to write English or like that? Yeah, just I want you guys to take a good laugh at this email. Good, yeah, please do. You're scared, you're a bitch. No, I'm not. But guess what, friend? I bet you scared. I bet you won't stop that man. You won't even want to touch him. He might give you scabies. Ooh. But yeah, everyone. See how the internet is berating me? You see this? So, Mr. Principal, let's go rewind back really quickly here. All right? So, Mr. Principal, this is not to pick a fight, but we're picking educational points. This is berating right here. Forcing me to do things. Change my email. See, I could change my email, but my email is so popular. Why should I change it now? Why should I change it? I'm giving what they want. So that is berating someone when I give someone what they want. If I change my email, I'm giving them what they want to change my email. To stop everything. That's berating someone, sir. So understand how to use that word correctly. Did I did that correctly, Yuki, or did I half-ass? I'm pretty sure I did that half-ass, but I did the best I can for the audience to understand what the word berating is. You force someone to do something they don't want to do. Talking shit is talking shit. That's not berating. That's just talking shit. But when someone is actually giving you, mind you, evidence where they were, timeline, emails, where I was, it's to prove that the person made a mistake without even reading my email, which that was the mistake, which the person should have just read my email in full that instead of glancing. This is what I'm going to say now. Americans are not reading anymore. Americans are being fucking lazy to read. It's like, for instance, if I go to the Starbucks, I ordered something in advance, right? And you go pick up your drink, but you just pick up any drink, but there's names and labels on them. So all you have to do is look at your name category and then look at your drink. If you know your drink very well, because most Starbucks people don't even know what they drink and half the fucking time. They're just guessing, or they like one particular drink. And then they try to switch it up a little bit. And then when they come into the place, it's like, is this mine? Oh, no, it's not mine. They literally put their hands on where the person needs to drink it from. That's another issue. Another issue is, ladies and gentlemen, when people ask for the bathroom and they think coffee shops or public bathrooms. No, all coffee shops in New York City are private or businesses. They're not public libraries. Go to the city park. There's a bathroom in the city park. There's like 2 blocks behind me. Or go to the mall. The Chinese mall, the new Chinese mall up here. They got a bathroom now. Go there. But no, people want to go to Partners. People want to go to the Starbucks. People want to go to Paris Baguette. It's not a public bathroom. I say this, ladies and gentlemen, because they have to pay for the toiletry expenses. So this is why it's for customers only. If you could bring that cost down without, imagine in 6 months, you never had one single outside customer that wanted, mind you, non-customer that wanted to use your bathroom. You just saved $5,000 in those 6 months because toiletries, supplies, and cleaning the bathroom, and mind you, Starbucks, sometimes in some Starbucks, where there's a lot of homelessness, they have to hire hazmats to come clean their bathrooms. You know how much that costs? These coffee shops to clean their bathroom, have professional hazmats to clean their bathrooms after some homeless person just did something a crazy, atrocious thing. It costs them thousands of dollars. This is why it should not, and this is why it's not a public bathroom. But ever since the pandemic and ever since that lawsuit in California, everyone thinks it's a public bathroom, they forget. Starbucks is still its own coffee shop and they can make their own rules. If they say there's no public bathroom, don't get mad like, fuck Starbucks. Or fuck Partners. Or fuck Blank Street Coffee. You guys are getting mad at these coffee shops for, mind you, trying to save money? Damn. That's not very New Yorkish. That's selfishness. But again, that's also berating someone. When the business has to forcefully, okay, use our bathroom, I guess you can, I don't know what you're going to do. You know how many times I've seen people, mind you, when I first came to this Starbucks, ladies and gentlemen, they didn't have codes to the bathroom. People just walked in, they did. Guys, I saw, mind you, we had problems. Homeless people doing drugs in the bathroom, being fucking passing out. The fucking Starbucks has to close now. And mind you, it just opened at 5:30 in the morning. Now it has to close at 10 o'clock because some junkie is in the bathroom passed out with a syringe stuck in his arm. Yeah, that happened when I first came here. A whole bunch of crazy shit. Now, none of that shit. None of that nonsense, crazy drug use, people using the bathroom when they needed to. People, guys, there was a crazy dreadlock woman. She used to go put shit on the walls of the bathroom. She'd take her own feces and put it on the wall. This is why she's banned from this Starbucks and banned from any other Starbucks in the Queensboro area. And mind you, we featured this woman on my channel, what, a year ago, maybe last year? She was the crazy woman before you guys on the internet berated me and kicked me out of the fucking public storage. Remember that? I'm pretty sure Phil remembers that. Remember that, Phil? Come on. She was a crazy woman that used to like just stand in the doorway inside the building, stringed up. And you guys are accusing me of doing drugs? My awareness is better than any fucking cop in this city. My eye for things is better than any investigator in this city. And you wonder why the city gave me a press pass. No, you got a good eye for things. I do. I see what people do in the city. It's unethical. Mind you, native. But take this with a grain of salt. I'm the rare native that actually went out of New York City, explored, lived in other countries, cities, worked in other cities, states. And this is why I can talk all as much shit I want about New York. This is not the same. These residents that are now moving into New York City, they don't understand how to be New Yorkers. They understand to be themselves, but they don't understand how to be New Yorker yet. They gotta learn how to be New Yorkers. You don't become a New Yorker overnight. You become a New Yorker after you learn a certain experience. Those experiences are being robbed, having bad subway experience, passing out on the 98-degree subway platform. This is why we don't want to go in the subway right now. It's fucking hot as shit in the subway, everybody. And I am an asthmatic. I have a heart condition. I also just came from the doctor to get my knee drained. And it's 98 degrees. Remember, mind you guys, we just had a heat wave. I wasn't in the subway for that because my black ass was in the hostel. Thanks to Bill Lewis and Michael Collins and Alicia and Patricia. Thank you. Appreciate that. Because, mind you, last summer, the summer almost killed me. Literally. I was in the hospital for fucking 10 days. I shouldn't be laughing about that, but, like, I know I'm going to die. And you know what? I can live with that because I was dead for 11 minutes before in my car accident. This is how I lost my sense of smell and my taste for several years. Mind you, I just got my sense and my cute smell back just 2 years ago, during 2023. Just look at my videos. I was excited. I even went to the doctor. I was like, is this true? Am I getting my sense? Like they said, it will come back eventually. They just didn't know when, but it came back. This is how we lost all the weight that we used to have. Guys, I used to be a bulky guy. Now I was looking like a pencil. People say I wasn't eating. People would assume, mind you, this was the assumption on this channel. Man, you got thinner. People thought I was doing drugs and doing crack and meth and thin. Yeah, I'm doing meth, but I don't have any fucking, no trap marks. Wow. Not even on my ass and legs. Oh, yeah, but I'm rollerblading and I'm fucking jumping off of, yeah, I'm doing skate park crazy tricks, everyone. Yeah, I'm a meth addict, right? But I'm doing all these crazy tricks. Yeah, right. Fucking and you guys were believing in that stupid nonsense crap. Think about it. If I was to do one of those hardcore drugs, my ability to be an athlete is game over. Period. Game over. Game over. Do you understand that? But like I said, Mr. Principal, the only people parading here is you and the internet. So technically, the internet is berating me all the time, friend. Like this email. I'm just sharing, everybody. How about you go email him? Share your thoughts. Why you emailing my boy Panda? Why you gotta berate Panda? Why you gotta make up shit, bro? Why can't this person be a man and show his face like everyone else is doing? No, he's a coward. A child, actually. It's a child. You can't even spell and write a decent sentence. And you're talking about my level of grammar? Ladies and gentlemen, think about. I'm not sure if he showed it. Did he show the response here? No, he didn't show the response. You're just mad because, let's be honest, you can't read things in the languages that I can read in or speak in. 2, you mad because you don't have any friends. Then make friends. Go fucking make friends. But like I said, I'm just pointing this very important topic out, everybody. The word is called berating. We've been talking about the word berating the whole entire time. giving you guys concepts, situations. You are berating me every single time you disrespect this channel, you disagree about what I do. Let me give you a good idea why the people in this neighborhood trust the only homeless guy in this neighborhood, me. Because they know I'm not a thief, they know I'm not a con artist, they know I'm legit, and they know I ain't spend my money on bullshit. They know it. And you mad because Starbucks gives me free shit? No, they give me free shit because they trust me to donate it to the community refrigerator of the community that I support, which is One Love. That's how much you trust Starbucks. Trust me. See? Don't be jealous because you don't have friends. That's your problem. Mr. What's his name? Whatever. We're going to call you John because that's why you want to go by your email, right? So, this is why you don't have friends. This is why you hate for the fact that people respect me because you know I'm all about that truth. I'm also talking to Mr. Principal since he wants to still disown me and said he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. So I'm going to say this for the record. Yuki, I think I'm going to wind the video down. For the record, you don't have any right to say this is the last email. I should be done with you, sir. You disrespecting my integrity, my character. Is this my characterization? Am I saying that word, Yuki, right? Because I keep having a hard time saying that word. Oh, my panda. You attack my morals, my simple discipline on keeping one thing legit on this channel, and that is transparency. You telling me I'm not supposed to share my breakdown moments, my mental health breakdown moments. When, mind you, that's the first thing on this channel I ask you to do, is to share my mental health moments. Because I told you from the very beginning, I'm not the normal person that I used to be. A lot changed when my girlfriend passed and was raped and murdered and left for fucking dead. And then this happened to me. I think a life change would happen to you too. I think you would think secondly. Hold on, let me show you a better. Let me give you a good. Here you go, guys. I want you guys. You see that? I want you guys to read that shit. That won't change your fucking life. These animals, these unrighteous motherfuckers took the most beautiful thing that you ever had. This woman never abused me, never asked me for money, never took advantage of my money. She just wanted this piece of chocolate. And for you black bros out there and you black sisters, don't hate the game. Because this Asian sister wanted this piece of chocolate. You should be happy that this Asian person wanted a piece of this chocolate. That means she respected the black community. She thought black people looked sexy. And you guys do this to her? And you wonder why I'm not the same. Right. And you wonder why I'm not the same person. And then you expect me to be normal after my face was reconstructed because some psycho woman decided to do her hot liquid in my face. Why? I don't even know who this woman was. But apparently she has a history of mental health problems and racism. And you guys still won't take that with a grain of salt. Mind you, I was in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, when this happened, before I came back to New York. And this is what made me come back to New York and Boston. For medical procedures, skin graft. That cost me money. That didn't cost you any fucking money. That didn't cost you a fucking dime, everybody. Look at my fucking face. Look at my eye surgeries. Fucking over. The skin graft alone was what, 37,000? The eye surgery was what, 15, 16? It took me a while. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I was wearing a patch over my eye for a long time. Couldn't see it out of my fucking eye. So let me ask you this question. Who's berating who on this channel? Wait. Like I said, friend, don't expect highly of me. Ever. Like I said, I'm going through some shit too. At least I'm honest about my shit. But ain't nobody out here ain't honest about their real shit. Because they're all pretending they're the shit. When they're not the shit. Because if you're the shit, why are you not living in Billionaire Row in Manhattan? But like I said, everyone, even people in Billionaire Row is not the shit. Because if they care about the city, they would contribute more than 1% taxes in the city. How about giving up 35% of your taxes? Like every other average fucking American. But you know what? We are the ones that gotta grind hard, survive. Mind you, we pretty much are living check by check. Even if you're on a salary, you're not in control. Mind you, you're working for the man. You're working for a corporation, a business. Keep that in mind. You're never in control. Unless you are president or vice president or CEO or partner or some sort. But when you are an employee, you are never in control. So you have to be on your best behavior at work, right? That means you got to show professionalism, right? But these corporate assholes, they don't have to because they in charge. They can do what the fuck they want. They can clock in whenever, what time they want. They can pay themselves whatever they can pay themselves. But you cannot. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this story of berating makes sense. Because your employer is berating you. You don't even realize that. But you know what? Take it with a grain of salt what I just said. I'm just giving you guys context. So I kind of want to share. Because I wanted to get that definition out of my head. Because I want people to understand. Use that word wisely and correctly. Berating. Use it wisely. Because I will get on you and tell you how to properly use that definition. It's in the fucking dictionary. Go to the library, actually, and go fucking read. Oh, not that, download it. Oh, you don't want to download the dictionary, but you can download some TikTok. That is fucking almost half a gigabyte. But you won't download the dictionary that's only 128 gigabytes. I mean 120 megabytes, not gigabytes, megabytes. That doesn't make sense. But I digress, everyone. I'm afraid to go on the subway, man. It's so fucking humid down there. Ugh, it's disgusting, man. You're paying $2.90 to go into a hot box. Fucking disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the channel, you want me to keep real, you want to continue watching live streams like this, having discussions, even though this app right now is malfunctioning because I haven't been live in a few days. So I have to take the app off my phone and reinstall the app so everything works correctly again. I know, it's a nuisance. Yeah, but I gotta do it. But with that said, everyone, you want to support the channel, you want to support a meal, or maybe some rent for the hostel, you want to support the channel financially, join my Patreon. If not, become a member on the YouTube thing. I'm not sure if that's worth it or not, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. Because you're just giving YouTube your money. But like I said, YouTube says on a super chat, you're paying for a service. I never set up any services yet, other than my own private. But I'm a streamer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm an independent journalist, documentarian, filmmaker, professional photographer. You want a portrait? You want a headshot? You want a print of a beautiful landscape? I got it on my website. Go to my website. Go look at my online work. Like I was trying to tell you guys before, I just don't have one website on that website. If you go to the bottom page, it links you to another website. But it links you to my LinkedIn. Look at more of my credentials on my LinkedIn. But you know what? That's, but take it with a grain of salt. But you don't see no one else doing that. Recently, person's been talking shit. Don't even live in this country. But he got something to say about Americans. But you never been here. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about, berating. You never been here, but you want to talk shit about us. Mind you, I've been to this country twice. Been to his own country twice. And been to, mind you, multiple European countries. So with that said, everyone, you want to support Hearthstone? Keep shit real here. There's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. That's your choice if you want to support the channel. But like I said, you know how to use that word berating. Yeah, it's hot as hell out here, girl. Looking fine as hell, though. But, you know, everyone looking fine as hell. Everyone knows it's just humid right now. Ugh. And the subway is not making it pretty. The subway is the horror story of today, everyone. It is. You go in the subway right now, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be like, what the fuck is going on down? Yeah, when it gets hot, this subway system is the worst. Things shut down, things don't run correctly, and not only that, it's a fucking weekend. It's a weekend. So you best off taking a city bike. Actually, that's a good idea. Because those are electric. I don't need to pedal that much. Anybody wants me to get a city bike? Because I just refuse to get in the subway right now. I take a fucking city bike right now. That's actually a pretty good idea to go home. Not only I get to have the scenery of the lifetimes, I didn't even bring a mount for you guys. I didn't bring anything other than hello. I know you guys saw that. Like, yo, who's the fine? Ooh. You got women like that walking along out the city, jogging like that. Yes, I'm telling you, man. Not everything's bad in New York City. Everything's a beautiful thing. So, like I said, stop hating and understand why I'm making this video. I just want like people to understand that like you have no right to say that and then try to defend yourself with the whole email that doesn't explain why you like disowning me when it should be me disowning you, sir. But I want to share everyone without sharing the email, because mind you, he would think I'm berating him if I was to share the email. But like I said, he came to this channel knowing that I share things in transparency.